ever went into a restaurant and you looked at the menu and you looked at the dish or a bottle of wine or whatever it is, and you really wanted it because it was celebration, but you said, I can't afford this. How many had that? Now, it's just a habit that you have. It's not true that you can't afford that bottle of wine. It's not true that you can. How many of you would say that actually, even today, you go out to a restaurant, you look at your bank account, and you can still afford that 20 euro, even 35, because I checked, like the most expensive one will be like 45 euros. How many would say that you can afford 45 euros? I think all of you can do that. But still the reaction was, I can't afford it. Here's the thing. Give me a price for that big house, this dream house that you want. 3 million. Would you agree that 3 million is a lot of money? How many of you can afford 3 million? Not a lot, right? But here's my question. Let's say tomorrow your 4-year-old son needs a heart plant operation, and without it, he's gonna die. And the cost for it, with the flights, with the surgery, with the recovery, is 3 million euros. How many of you at that time would say, I can't afford it? None of you. How many of you would go and find a way to do that? Look around, all of you. That's the difference. You can all afford it. The difference is that you don't educate yourself enough. How can I afford it? Because you see, the main mistake is that we don't not educate about money. Because see, the easiest way to say to myself is, I can't afford it. And it comes back from your childhood. I grew up with this. I can't afford it. That was the way my parents could stop the arguments, right? I wanted these really nice Reebok shoes or whatever it was. And they didn't think it was that valuable. So what did they say? We don't want to buy it for you? No, right? What did they say? We can't afford it. Argument ends. Clear? And we're doing the same. The minute that you say can't afford it, you don't bother to start looking, how can you afford it? So here's my homework for you. Next time you hear this little voice here that says to you, I can't afford it, what are you going to say to it? Thank you. And how can I afford it? Because when you start thinking, how can I afford it? What comes up? Solutions. Does it mean that you need to use those solutions? Doesn't mean, unless you want that. Clear? But at least you see a way. Now, the thing is that let's say you don't know anything about it, money. What kind of solutions will you come up? How many solutions will you be able to come up with? Would you be able to come up with solutions? If you don't know anything about money, no, you won't. Your ability to come up with solutions that are actual that are, let's put it, applicable for you would be very limited. And therefore, in order to come up with solutions that you could implement them, you'll need to do what? You'll need to go and learn it. The difference between rich people and poor people is that rich people are willing to go and learn about money, so they can raise what I call their financial IQ. Because the thing with women is that we really think that everybody else is more educated than us when it comes to money. And we think that it's obviously there. We're the stupid one. So we're afraid to even ask about it. And we don't realize that nobody was born with high financial IQ. All those people with high financial IQ, they went and learned it. But because we are ashamed, or we think we're stupid because we don't know those answers, we try to hide it. We're embarrassed because of it. And as long as we won't start admitting, we can never raise our financial IQ about it. We can never learn about it. And therefore, the first thing you need to do is you need to start educating yourself about money. That's the first thing that you want to do.